Okay, so I disconnected and started again. Let's see if it works now. If you can see me on Facebook, just let me know. I think there's a problem with Facebook. All right, so I suggest going to YouTube. Yes, YouTube seems to be fine. So if you are on Facebook, please go to YouTube and you'll find me there. If you can't hear, maybe I'll do a post. If you are on YouTube, just give me 1 second and then we'll start painting. Let me go share this on Facebook. Technical difficulties. All right, so for those on YouTube, I guess you can see me. And still nothing. Still nothing. Thank you, Joyce, for posting. I'm not sure if anyone would see that, but I'll put that on there. Yes, please go to YouTube. All right, so I posted in the event. I posted on my page and I posted in my group. So I don't know how else to let people know. And posted. Okay. I see and hear you fine here. Thank you. Military mom too. Thank you. All right. So I can see more people popping on to YouTube. We're going to start a few minutes later. I'm sorry. So we'll give them 2-3 minutes to come to YouTube. And YouTube seems to be fine. Yes. We all love hate technology, don't we? I know that sometimes with the I don't know what I wanted to say. I don't like when technology doesn't work for us. All right, so people are seeing it. Okay. We'll give them a minute. So what colors are you doing tonight? For those who are here, are you going to change up the colors? Or are you going to stick to the same colors? Let me know. Black screen. It says try again. I really don't know how to fix the YouTube or the Facebook issue, because I tried it again and it won't work. So I'll start and then we will hear from Facebook. Thank you, Gwen. Going, Laura says she's going teal, turquoise. Oh, I like that. I like those colors. I have white already and I need some black. We'll have a slow start. I hope you guys don't mind. It's everyone's Facebook Live videos tonight. Oh, good. Thank you, Cindy. I wonder what's up with that. We love hate technology. We love it for when we can do this. We hate it when it doesn't work. Naomi, hello. Hi, thank you. Naomi, can you see the Facebook Live video? Here from Facebook. I love that. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, we'll start in 3 minutes. We'll give people some time to come over from Facebook to YouTube. Let me see if I can let some people know that I am here. They're working on fixing it, they said. Here from Facebook, I don't see new messages, but I see the numbers are going up. We went from 7 to 16 to 42. So we'll give them another few minutes. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everyone that posted and are helping others with the link. You are amazing. So it looks like some people on Facebook are able to see and some people are not. So I'm going to leave it to that. I did all I can. Oh, Facebook is not working, not wanting to play nice tonight. I know. Trying the Artisto paint set tonight, going for yellow to green to blue. Oh, Carrie, I like that. I do find with the Artisto paints, I wet my brush more often. So if you're going to do a lot of blending in the water, tap, tap on the side so you don't have too much water in your brush, and then blend the colors, or pick up paint and then blend the colors. All Facebook Live videos are failing tonight. Oh, I'm glad it's just not just me. I always feel so bad, especially if I know people have it's like mom and her adult daughters came over and the grandkids are there, and then Facebook doesn't work, and then I feel awful because it's such a special thing to have everyone in your house, and then we're going to paint. And all right, I think I am gonna, it's 1 more minute and then it's 6:15 and then we're gonna start. So you'll need a color for the center. So I like the idea of going from greens into the blues or turquoises, but you want a lighter color here. So some white and then your colors. And I'm going to stick to the colors that I have. I have extra yellow on here. So yellow, orange into red. I know my orange look very red, but there's a deeper red. And then I have black. For all of this is going to be just a flat black color. So whatever colors you want. And I was going to change my brush. This one is a little hard. Let me just grab another brush. Oh, thank you, Heather, for posting. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you on here on YouTube. I just did a class on Microsoft Teams for a school association. So I literally got up, had a sandwich to eat, and then I'm back to paint with you guys. So it was fun to go from from one painting session to another. And I used exactly the same colors with some blue and green. So this was my palette from the previous painting session, and I just had some blue and green, and I have all these little tubs in the house. So I need to use them up because I've been using the palette sheets and these were stocking up. So I just got myself a softer brush. So you're looking for your background colors and you want a softer brush to blend with. This is a firm, if you have a flat brush like that, but you need not a hard bristle brush. Do I have one to show you? Not really, but this is, you can even hear it. Like this is a hard bristle brush. I don't want to paint with a hard brush like that. I want something softer when I do my blending. And please ignore the toes on the canvas. I have many of these. They're from a previous event and I have to use them up. So here I am. All right. So thank you for joining me. And I'm sorry for all the trouble we're having. But obviously Facebook is not playing nice. All right. So we're going to start off with the background. So take a deep breath in, relax, drop your shoulders. Maybe rub over here if you're like me and you've been clenching your jaw, your gums, your teeth, whatever. Yep, YouTube, my Facebook not working, but I'm here and all is okay. Thank you. I wonder if Donna is back. She was commenting earlier and now I don't see comments. Donna, are you back? I hope she can find me again. All right, so we're going to start off with this, with your a softer but synthetic hairbrush. So whatever you have, this one's good too, like something like this. And we're going to start in the center and you're just going to go round and round. So I normally start off with a really light color and we're going to go a little bit wider with the color. So the yellow and white, a little bit wider, and then we're going to blend the other color in it. So with all backgrounds, the more you move your brush, the more the colors blend. Less movement, it will be more streaky. So if you like a streaky background, then you'll do less little twirls. So if you like it very blended, then you'll keep working with the color. So if it's your first time painting with a certain brand of paint or first time painting, you'll get to know really quickly how much, how far you can drag a color and which are your stronger colors and your weaker colors. And what I mean by that is sometimes I'll work with blue blended into green, but my blue has so much pigment that it's taking up the space where my green should be. So I should have used less blue than the amount of green that I use. But as we go through, a little bit at a time, you'll get to know your paints and you'll see, and I will act differently unless you're using exactly the same brand as me. Right, so we start off with a wet brush. Wet your brush into your tub with water, and then I shake off the big drops, and then on my paper towel, I just tap because I still want it to be quite wet. And I'm going into some white and yellow. I am going to have another spillage here with that under my arm. Okay, so when I pick up paint, I'm going to push down with my brush into the white, both sides of the brush, and then pick up some yellow. I'm going to start off with some white and yellow on my brush. I don't mix the color, I just put both colors on the brush. Take a deep breath in, loosen up those shoulders, and we're going to start right in the center, and you're just going to do some twirls with your brush. And how light do you want it? So now that you have some colors down, do you want it a little lighter? Then you add a little bit more white in there. If there's just too much color, you take your paper towel and you wipe it all off and you go just with the white. Just whatever you have. If it's too dark, maybe add more white. If it's not lifting, making it lighter, you might have to wipe and go again. Right, so now I'm just picking up yellow, going around it. And then I move the yellow right into that white and yellow that I have. And then I just keep moving my brush round and round. Keep your brush strokes curved and round and round. If you want it lighter, you add a little bit more white. If you want it darker, you add a little bit more yellow or whatever color you're going for. And I go quite far with the yellow. And then when I go into the orange, I'll pick up a little bit of orange and I'll blend it together. More yellow. See how big it is? And you can see the yellow goes quite far out before the orange starts showing up, and then the red. More yellow. And now I'm going to start picking up some orange with my yellow. So continue with the yellow, a little bit more. And here is some black stuff on this canvas. Right, so now that I have a lot of yellow, I'm picking up a little bit more yellow with my brush and a little bit of orange, not too much, just a wee bit on my brush. And then I want to go on the outside of the yellow. So I go right at the edge here with the yellow and the orange. And now that I have some down, so you have some color down, I want to blend it in, but you don't want to have too much orange on your brush. I don't have a lot. If you still have a lot of orange on your brush, work your way to the outside so that your brush can get rid of all the orange. And then I work to the center. And then I just keep moving my brush in and out. So you go from the orange into the yellow, into the orange, into the yellow, and that's how you play to blend. If you find that when you do this and you're losing a lot of the yellow paint, then wipe your brush, because it means that your orange has a really strong pigment. So I do want a little bit more orange. What is up here? There we go. I am going to pick up a little bit more orange with some yellow, and I'm going to make it a little bit more darker. And if you're sitting in front of your canvas, you'll be able to make it evenly go in and out. Mine is going to turn into a little bit of an oval shape because I'm sitting on the side here. I just know what's going to happen. See how I have that stark line here? If you like that, you leave it. If you don't, I'm going to wipe my brush a little. I'm going to pick up that orange and move it somewhere else. Wipe my brush and then blend this in so that I have a softer. So keep track of what's on your brush. So lots of orange. If I put it in here, I'm going to lose all of that. So you want to keep track of what's on your brush. I'm going to clean my brush and then blend again. As I move from the yellow into the orange, you want to keep track of what's on your brush. See, the more you move your brush, the more the colors blend. Less movement, it will be more streaky. Right, a little bit more yellow and orange on the outside. See, but now I have a little bit more orange, less yellow. So put it down and then I work into the other color and then I work my way out again and in again and out again. So you go into the color and then you go out. And the more you move your brush, the more it blends. Less movement makes it more streaky. Sometimes I get lost in what I'm saying. Hi Frida, this is my very first painting. I love it. I did with you last year. It turned out amazing. Everyone's going to love it. Thank you, Sandy. That's awesome. Facebook is playing up really bad. Oh, Rhonda, I know. It's such a pain. Mine says try again. Pam is still struggling on Facebook. So you take the orange out quite far, and then right at the end, we're going to pick up some red and make just the edges very, very red. Here, so while I was chatting, I know that over here, this paint is drying, so it's not going to blend that well. So then I'll pick up a little bit more yellow and put that here. Be careful for these kind of things. Sometimes I'll just use my finger to wipe up what I've dragged out. I don't want to go too deep with the orange. I don't mind streaks. Sometimes I like having a few streaks in there. It adds a little movement to the painting. But if you don't want it, keep moving the brush and it will disappear. And now for the rest, I'm just going to use orange. And then I'll go with some red right at the tip. This is just orange. It might appear very red on here, but it is just orange. The painting is so far from me. Are you guys breathing? Enjoying the blending session? So I'm not going to do this right now. I quickly want to add the red at the bottom here. So not washing my brush, just picking some red. I'm going to add it right at the tip here. So I put it down. And then to blend in here, it's just a much softer brush stroke. So keep that curve in there and then just softly blend the colors like that. So now I have my red here. If you want a little bit more red, like on the picture there, oh, it's not a lot. It's just on that side and then the tip. But I would put on the red paint and then keep my brush strokes curved to blend it into the orange. And then get rid of the red and then I'll finish the orange down here. This is so fun. Don't rush this because I am already here. Take your time blending and moving the paint around. Don't forget to breathe. And I'm going to do some red right here. I normally do paint, although this is going to be all black, I do paint this corner just because in case I decide to change up my how high I want to go or anything like that. That is going to be my background. Remember, you can wrap the colors around the edges of your canvas if you have a box canvas. Don't rush because I'm done. Take your time. I'm gonna have some mango juice. Cheers. So cute. Thank you, Diane. Yes, Mysterious 95. You're asking instead of using yellow to use blue? Definitely. Have fun, choose different colors. But the whole idea is to start with something lighter and then going darker, or you could even start with dark and go lighter, but would that be moon? I like the idea of starting with something light and then go darker. Thank you, Military Mom. She replied to Sandra saying, Frida makes everything look so easy. I've learned a lot from her. The snowman was my first painting. Diana, yes. Log into my membership courses. Where do I log in? It's zalisart.thinkific.com. If you go here, paintnightathome.com, it will link you to where you log in. So you can click on that, and at the top right, you'll see login. And then you'll click on my dashboard and you'll see all your courses. You are most welcome, Diana. If you did ask a question and I missed it, please ask again. I don't see anything, but who knows? Facebook's weird with showing. It can be strange with displaying the comments too. It has been raining the last 2 days and it's so fabulous because we haven't had rain in 3 months. So this is so good. If you are done with your bigger brush, give your brush a good wash. Dry it off and you can put it to the side. We probably won't use it again, maybe for the bigger black area, but we're going to use a smaller round brush quite a bit. Oh, Military Mom, I actually started working today. She asked if I had an interview, and I had one last week, and I started working today. So now I work as a events coordinator for the Langley Arts Council. So it's a few hours a week. I got my own little table, and I absolutely love the people. I love what they do, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun doing this. Love rain when we really need it. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Yes, it's been a wild few weeks. So I have, and I know I didn't announce this, but I closed my art studio because I needed to focus more on my training. I'm also in School for Therapeutics Arts. So I closed the studio. I was nominated for an award, and then I had an interview, and then I started working, and yeah, it's been it's been crazy. And everything was kind of unplanned. Everything happened really fast. It was a lot of decisions made, but I'm happy with everything. I'm happy because then I can do better at this if I don't, when certain things were on my plate, it was hard to do other things, and I feel calmer and happier, and then I'll be better at this when when you do what makes you happy. Yes, it's important. Not a business for anything you choose to do. You are, oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you for the 10 for 10 Halloween paintings. Love them all. Amanda, I'm glad you're loving it. How are we doing with the background? So let's do this. We have 70 people online. I know that a lot are just, a few people are just watching, but for those painting, if we have about 10 readies, then I'll move on to the next step. So if you are ready, just say ready, and we'll move on to the next step. I might be in need of some art therapy. Well, come see me soon. I do. So therapeutic arts is slightly different to art therapy. With art therapy, there'll be an outcome and there's a whole, there's so much more. But therapeutic arts is just, I want to say it's more about the way that you make art. So I'll guide you through that process, which I've been doing here anyway. But now I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about different mediums and how you can use them. It's been amazing. I'm watching and painting. Oh, Kerry says she's ready. As ready as I'm going to get. I love it. Painting is my therapy every time. Yes, Christine. Me too. I feel showing, like teaching and doing art is my therapy. It's almost like I'm talking to myself too. On calming down, breathing. All right, are you guys ready to paint the haunted house? We'll wait for a few more readies. I'm way too rushed. I'm just watching while relaxing in my recliner. We'll paint this later. Sounds awesome. Anne is ready. I am going to start talking about the haunted house. We're going to jump in and start with a haunted house. So every time I do the haunted house, it looks a little different. And you'll see when you start doing it now, we're going to build it section for section. We're going to do a block, and then we're going to add a block to the side, and then you're going to add a block to the top, and then we'll add maybe a little window on the side. And then if you're not high enough, you can add a little thing right at the top. So every time I do it, it looks a little different. So sometimes I'll add things and they stack up here, but then I see, oh, it would be cute just to add like a little wall on this side. See, that one's leaning off to the side. So you're just going to build it block by block. If it doesn't look like mine, it's all good. Just kind of play with it. So we're going to start off with this part here, and then we're going to add this part and see how it kind of leans this way and this leans this way. So you're going to play kind of on here. We're going to start actually with this, but then we're going to move in here, and then we'll add the tree. And sometimes I go really straight this way, and then the tree goes up more straight up. Other times I curl very far in, and then I take my tree out and up. Sometimes my pumpkin hangs in here, sometimes it hangs in there, but I'm going to try and guide as much as possible to this one. But if yours doesn't go exactly like that, just let it happen. Let it be an adventure of discovery. Just relax, and we're going to take it from there. So this is the halfway mark of your canvas. A little bit lower, that's how high we're going to go with the with this little, it's like a C. We're going to do this C and then add a little bit at the top. Not a C, a wave. I'm thinking of the C. All right, so we're going to add in here. So we don't want to go too high. So that's about halfway on my canvas, a little bit lower. This is as high as I want to go. So I'm going to do that beginning of the wave down here. The other thing that's going to happen is I have a lot of paint here at the bottom, and you might have too. So when we do this and you pick up some of the background color, don't fight it. Keep painting in the black where we want it. And the second coat will get rid of it. The other thing to do is quickly run. I have a dryer here, but I'm not going to dry. I'm going to let it happen. The picking up a little bit of this color. In some cases, some black paint just, you don't even see all the colors. In other paint, you do. But a second coat, you can do it flat on top later. So don't fight if you're painting and it brings up a lot of the color. Right, so to paint this, I wet my brush and then I'm going into my black paint, push down with my brush. I fill up my brush. I am using my small round brush now. So this is a size, I think this is a size 6. Yes, it is. And my small round brush, black paint, and we're going to have a curve coming from this is your halfway down, so a little bit further in. So this is the halfway mark here, but we're going to go a little bit deeper like that, and you're going to curl it here. So do it in the air first, kind of play with it. We don't want to go too high because we want all of this to be the house. So maybe this high. Maybe I'll make a mark there. Right? So now we're going to go up like this and twirl it like that. That's inside. This is this part here. So this will appear much smaller. And then we're going to go and add in the top part. So sometimes I go far out, sometimes I don't. Let's see. And I'm going to go down there. Like that. I like how it curls today. Maybe I'll take it a little bit further like that. There we go. See what I mean? Every time I do it, it's slightly different. So you're going to go up like that. Do the inside first. It's going to be smaller. And then go wide over like that. If yours look different here, I've done it once where mine was really low and long. The whole idea is you just want it hollow at the bottom, and then the haunted house is going to sit on top. I've done it before where I've went too high, so then my house was wider because I went too high with it. So whatever is happening on your canvas, you're going to just play with it. So sometimes your house will be wider, but sometimes it will be taller. Sometimes it's this marking is more to the side, so then we'll bring our tree out further. So don't fight it. We got this. Whatever is happening, if anyone asks, you planned it. That's what we're going to say. Good luck. Any type of therapy, even art, requires extensive study and degree. What school are you attending? Through the Canadian International Institute of Art Therapy. So I'm studying through them. And it's not art therapy that I'm doing. It's therapeutic arts practitioner. All right, so now that you've drawn it out, you can use either a bigger brush or your small one if you want to, and just paint it black. And I have a shaky hand, so my lines are not going to be straight. It's just a flat black. I'm not picking up as much color as I thought I would. I do need more black paint on my palette. And remember, if you're working on a box canvas, to wrap your picture around the edge. I like how big this is. I do want to add a little bit of a roundness over here. So get your basic line down, and then you can go and adjust it how you want it to be. I think that's good. Then I'm going to take my tree out this way and up and hang my pumpkin right here. If yours goes further over, you can hang your pumpkin maybe in there. I've done a little spider web in here once. So that's a neat area to do a little spider web. I love it, Terry. I could blend all night too. I love creating pages to art journal on. So I would, if I just really need to unwind, I'll take down the pages and then just use paint to blend colors and just do blending, pages and pages of it. So either in lines or little swirls or twirls, and can blend for hours. And using different colors, so complementary colors or just warm colors or just cool colors, depending on the mood. How's everyone doing with the little landmass? Is it landmass or rock wave? Let me know how you guys are doing. Remember, if you're picking up when you're doing this and you're dragging the brush and you still see some of the orange, I actually still have some coming through. I don't know how the light is, but there's still some orange coming through. And when this is dry, when I do a second coat, it will cover it. And because it's just a flat black, you can always go back and do a second coat. I just realized right over here, there's a little bit of the white canvas showing up that I didn't blend all the way. If that happens, so you have little bits of the white canvas showing, I would thin out a little bit of orange paint and just, or even with my finger, just blend it over. Oh, Carrie, I like the idea of a little black bat. Oh, people are still having issues on Facebook. If anyone has the YouTube link, don't worry. I found it. I just want to post it onto the video again. There we go. Are we ready to do the haunted house? Let's do it. And I use my small brush to do all this. If you have a flat brush, something like this, a flat brush, you can use that. Let me use maybe a bigger one. Even as big as that, you can use that too. And I'm going to show you how to do straight lines using a flat brush instead of a round brush. So I'm going to use both. I'm going to show you both. Right, so we're going to start building. So my tree is going to go from here, go out. You might have a bigger loop here, so you just have to go up. This one was a little short, so I brought it out. You can really play with that, but we're not going to work here with that. I just want to think about where I want things to be. So my tree is going to be here. My little cat is going to be there. And this area here is going to be where my haunted house is going to sit. So remember, we're going to build piece for piece as we build up this house, and yours might look different. There's no right or wrong. Just make it up as you go. I've seen some really cute houses where people make them from the bottom, have one piece, and then they make them split up into two pieces. You can do some really funky stuff on there. Thank you, Christine, for posting on Facebook. All right, so roll your brush. You want some good paint on there. And you can use a flat brush or you can use a round brush. I'm going to start with this one, and then I'll show you how I do it with the flat brush. Right, so I'm going to start off. My cat's going to be around about here. My tree is going to be there. So this area here, I think, is where I'm going to play with my house. I just made two little marks. So I'm going to start off with the first little bit. And I do make it lean kind of to the left a little bit, but not too much, just a little bit. And I start off with a little, this is the first part. That's how you start off. And then when I do the windows, you want to draw them bigger than what you think they should be. Remember the other days when we did the pumpkins too, you draw the face, the little, the triangles for the eyes and the mouth, you draw them bigger with your black brush, because as soon as you start painting in the black around it, you'll see how much smaller it appears. So I'm going to do a really big window here. You want to go much bigger than you think you need to be. And I do it with my hands really loose. And then another one down here, like that. And then I do thin lines, like kind of this way. And then I'll break up the window, and my lines are not straight. They all have a little bit of a curve in them, and see how slanted those are? They never perfectly straight. So don't be too hard on yourself, but all you want is thin lines here. Like that. I'm upside down, but you get what I'm doing. Tip of the brush, remember with this brush, you can do thick lines, thin lines. Oh, I love how slanted this one is. See, I don't want them to be perfectly straight. And then I paint all black around it. Phew, are you breathing? I love to learn, and a month ago purchased an art therapy class from Udemy app for $10. I have to say, I do love some of the courses on Udemy. They're really good for self or at-home art therapy. All right. Now we're gonna do this little piece on the side here. And I'm gonna go slightly down with the shall I say, call it the roof, the top, this area, and then go down and see how my lines are slightly angled like that. So it's gonna go up like that. And then here, because we're just making this up, because the front door is over here, I'm gonna do this window a little bit to the side here. You can do it right in the middle if you want to. And I'm going to keep it slightly angled to that here. Don't overthink it. Kind of just play. Let it happen. I love this long window. And if you hear, might sound like shooting, but there's fireworks outside. Lots of celebrations this time of the year. Keep track of where your paint is wet, because you're going to smear. I like to have my fingers down when I'm drawing, and you will have black paint everywhere, and it's not that easy to fix than it would be with other colors on top of the light yellow, your lighter colors. It's a great beginning, right? You guys breathing? I'm going to go on to the top here, and then we'll come back and do a little front door and whatever else. But now I'm changing brushes because I want to show you. So you can continue with your round brush, but I want to show you how I use a flat brush like this to do these areas. So if you're having trouble doing the thin lines, you can use a flat brush like this to do some of the lines. This one is just narrower, but it's a flat brush. Right, so wet my brush. I'm going to pick up some black paint, and I'm going to draw in a little bit taller, little bit here. We go like that. This is where the roof's going to go, and then I'm going to stick to kind of that design there, but make it up as you go. I'm going to do 2 tall windows here. So just the tip of my brush. So you're going to make your brush flat while you pick up paint. Push all the bristles together, and then I use this longer brush to drag down to get my thinner lines. They're going to be thicker than the ones at the bottom, but sometimes using a flat brush to do straight lines, you'll see that they're much straighter. It really helps using a flat brush if you're having a really hard time with the thin brush. Pick up paint, Frida. Few brush strokes and then you go pick up paint. I was a little slow. There we go. And then I will still keep them slightly rounded or angled. We'll go like this here. I don't want them to be the same. And then I'll paint it all black. So fun to do. I love Halloween and autumn paintings, the colors. This time of the year is so vibrant. Yes, it is. Our street is so beautiful. I still wanted to take photos, but I was in a rush to get in here today. But I'll see if I can take some photos tomorrow. I hope no one cleans the street. We have neighbors that clean the streets so quickly. And I love it. A little bit messy for a few days with, it looks like rugs under the trees. And they're so bright red. Right, so if you want more straighter lines, then you can use the flat brush. I like playing a little bit with this one. I feel I go more whimsical and loose when I use a round brush. So need a little bit more black paint. We're going to move on to building on top here, and then we'll work on that front door. I like the idea of having this loose little room just built on top. I'm going to actually give it a roof right now. Funky window. Look at that. See how it's leaning? You're making it up. Don't overthink it. Remember to paint your windows much bigger than you think it should be. And then do the black around. Because when you do the black and you realize it's too big, then you can go make them smaller when it appears too big. I'm going to put a roof on this one, and then I'm going to, when I do the roof, it's kind of rounded at the top, and then it hangs further over this way. I don't know who the builder is, but oh, I'm the builder. But just play, kind of take it down like that, and then I'll create a little cover here. Fun, maybe I'll do another one here and another one here. Maybe have the tips, these ones, both of them pointy at the top ones. Why not? At the elevation, most of our leaves are gone. And you had snow yesterday? I'm not ready. We just got our rain. So normally it starts raining so much sooner, and I literally feels like someone flicked a switch 2 days ago, because all of a sudden it's cold and wet. But a few days ago we were still in short sleeves walking outside in the sun. So strange. All right, so I am going to do a big roof on this one. Taking it down here, going up like that. See how high I'm going on this canvas? Maybe I'll get rid of that banner. I like that. Where did I read that? Almost looks like the Addams Family's house. Yes. Oh, Laura, that's good. So more rain for you, less for us. Can we paint the one behind? Oh, that one, it will be in the membership tomorrow, but I have to squeeze in another paint night, so I might bring that one in before Halloween. I'm going to do my best. And I'll show it to you. It should be in the membership tomorrow, but I'll show you what it looks like. Let me just finish this little house. So that's here, and then we're going to do the two on top. I am just doing a triangle, really sharp on this one. Be as silly as you want to be. Don't stop playing. And a little one here. I'm going to go just like that. I've never done one like this, so this is a little odd, but I like it. This was a later addition to the house. We got to play a little, right? If you haven't done this one, you can do a round window and put a little bat symbol in the middle if you want. Right, I'm going to keep going with the house, but don't stop drawing. You can always come back and add more on top. So on the side here, I have little stairs. So you do a little triangle or a square block, and then you do one that's a little lower, and you can do, maybe you have space for 3. I do little stairs, and then these are just little tools. So you can add a little tool at the top and some little tools at the bottom to create a railing for the stairs. So little tools, tip of your brush, you're just going to move them around. Mine looks different every time I do it. So I'll do a little tool here. My hand's very shaky, so it's not exactly what I wanted, but it works. So I'm going to go 3 little tools here, and then for the stairs, I'm just doing little shapes like that. I just did that today. So you want some kind of tool at the top, and then a little railing. We'll do another one there, like that. Easy peasy. How's everyone doing? The witch one. There she is. Very cute. So this one will be, it's already recorded and in, and I've done all the checks, so it's ready to go for the membership. I think I'll tomorrow night I'll be able to publish it. So if you're in the membership, you'll have this one by the weekend. Loads of fun, very different style of painting. I use a lot of water on this one. But yeah, it's a witch holding a walking stick or a magic stick. Maybe she has a really large wand. It's not a broom. Thank you, Diana. It's so cute. I love painting it. I don't normally do very dark paintings, you know, but I wanted to do that one. All right, I'm going to show you how to paint the cat. And if you are not here, please don't rush. I am going to post the video right after. So have fun building the building. Almost feel like I want a piece of roof on this side. Maybe I'll still do that. But keep playing with it. But I'm going to continue with the instructions. So don't rush if you're not there. I post the video right after, and you'll be able to go back to where you are to see all these things. Do I ever like that one? Thank you, Christine. All right, so painting the cat, you're going to do 3 circles. So the top one is more of an oval shape like that. And then we do a rounded one and maybe a little bigger. And then we'll do a bigger one. So this is like a bigger one like that. So you're going to do 3, almost like a snowman, but the top one's a little bit more of an oval here. And then what I do is I go and get rid of the hard corners. See these little corners here where they come together like that? You make them softer. So you're going to go with your brush and you make them softer like that. So you're going to draw your cat and then you make it softer, those lines. And then when we do the ears, they're more to the side. Remember, this is really tiny. The ears are just to the side. So all I do is I take my brush and I put them down and you paint all of this black. Right, so this is the bigger version of that little thing that you see, that cutie pie right there. Right, and then you can do a cat tail maybe curling up this way or that way, whichever you want, but that's the little cat. So I'll show you again. And this is really tiny. Mine don't always work out with the really tiny things because I shake so much, but make yours bigger here. And then these ones, you can make it a little bit of a fatter cat if you want to. It's up to you. And then here, these corners, you make them softer. And I'll show you again. So if you have a circle like that and you have a circle here, these are quite sharp corners in here. And that's what I mean when I say go make them softer. So you go in with your brush and you just make them not have those hard corners where the circles come together. Right, easy peasy. Right, might be easier to start with the bottom. And remember, it's really tiny. They're very, very tiny. So that's the first little circle. And then we're going to do one on top. And then I take out the sharp corners. So that's another one on top. It's not that round. And then I do a little oval kind of shape on top of that. And then the ears sit to the side. And then I bring my tail, I'm going to curl it the other way. Oh, that's a really thick tail. And that's my little cat. Right, 3 little circles on top of each other. The ears are a little bit more to the side, not on top. And then you can do your tail this way or like I did it on that one. Put a peach on the left of the house. Could put a porch. Yes, you could do that. I like that idea. I might just change the whole painting. Maybe I'll redo it in midnight blue colors and put the porch on this side. I like that. See, this is when you paint with a lot of people, especially if we were in one room, like we learn from each other and there's all these ideas that go around. So neat. Sorry, Diana, did you ask? Yes, this is 11 by 14 and this is 12 by 16. So this one is on a smaller canvas and that's 9 by 12, the print, or 9 by 11. You're welcome. All right. Don't brush if you're not there, but I'm going to start talking about the tree. When I do my trees are always thicker at the bottom, thinner at the top, and branches are thicker closer to the tree and thinner as it grows out. When I start off, I hold my brush a little further back. My tree is going to come up from the side here. I'm going to drag it a little this way and then start playing with it going up. And I start with thin lines and then we're going to make it bigger as we build it up. So start with a thin line, go like that, and then I'm going to go up and try not to go straight and go quite high. Don't hold back. Sometimes my trees are really short and then I'm disappointed after because I wasn't brave enough to go high. Go quite high. And then when you do branches out, I'm going to go with a branch this way. You go back onto the same line. So move on the same line a little and then you break out to the branch. So move on the same line and then you break out. And on this one, I'm going to go from here. I move on the line. So you move on the line a little bit and then you break out. And move on the line and then you break out. So this one builds up from that center line. So that's how I start. Pick up paint again. Remember to fill the whole brush. So you push down with the brush into the paint. You can see the bristles. This is how I push. So the bristles bend over inside the paint so that when they open up, that's how you pick up the paint. So you push down and then it closes and there's paint in between the bristles. And then I roll it to bring all the bristles back together. So although it pushes off a lot of paint, there's a lot in between the bristles. And then you can do a lot of lines and there's still a lot of paint in your brush. So you can go quite far with it. All right, so then from here, I'm going to do a few smaller branches. Keep track that you don't have paint on your fingers when you use your fingers to hold your, control your brush. And do as many as you want. I do find when I do these trees, and you do a lot of branches in one area that curls down, they start looking like little claws and they look a little bit more creepy. So if you like that, you can do that. And then when you have a whole bunch of branches, then I start making it thicker, closer to the bottom. So I'm going to start here. And as I go further down, I'll push down with this brush. When I'm working on my line, I also have a little bit of a squiggle in here because I don't want it to be too straight. And as I get closer to my, to the bottom, I push down more and more to get thicker line. And that's how I make my tree from thin to thick, like that. And then I do the same with my branches, but I don't want to go thicker than the area where they are connecting to. So here, just push a little bit so that it's a little bit thicker. See the difference between this and that? This one I won't change because it's a tiny branch, but this one I'll make a little bit thicker, like that. But that is how I do my branches. And then sometimes I like doing these little creepy tiny little ones that just stick out everywhere, just like that. Now we need to have a branch where our pumpkin's going to be on, so I'm going to add another one down here. Or maybe I'll hang it from this one because that's far enough, and do my little pumpkin down here. Right. I'm first going to paint my pumpkin and then I'll add the string to it. So for the pumpkin, I do round it at the top like this. It looks like a bird. And then you continue at the bottom. I do 3 little scallops like that. And then on the inside, remember how we made these bigger than what they need to be? Really big triangle inside. And then very big zigzag for the mouth. It looks really funny like that. And then you paint it all black. So very big. It looks bigger than what it needs to be, but as soon as I add the black around it, you'll see how much it shrinks in size. And if it's too big, you can always make it smaller. But if you start too small, it's really hard to paint it back in so that it matches all the colors that's going on around it. There we go, a little face. Add the stem to it, and then the line down that it's hanging on. And I'll turn it sideways to get that going. Very big pumpkin. And here's a close-up of that little guy again. Oh, I have a little string over there. I like that. Or maybe it's vines. I don't know, but I like it. I had it too. That is your painting for tonight. So don't stop because I'm stopping. Keep painting, keep adding. You can add birds to it. You can add bats, maybe a spider web in here, maybe a spider hanging down, maybe a web over there, a web in here. Why not? I like the idea of having the porch here, or maybe have two. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys. I think we have a session next week. I'm not sure of the time yet, but have a good night and I will see you guys next week. If you are first time here, I post a selfie on my Facebook page of me and this painting, and I'd love to see yours. Just in the comments, you can come and post your paintings, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.